My name's Liz Hauk. I'm a co-owner of Expand Yoga with Matt Ottenbach.
I'm Matt Ottenbach. I'm the co-owner of Expand Yoga in Tacoma, Washington.
When I first started practicing yoga, I actually remember my first class that I took. Well, number one, it was really hard. Like, I remember looking around the room and looking at everybody else and just being like, how are they possibly doing this?
Eyes looking back, head looking back, sitting nice and tall, reaching your elbows towards the ears, elbows touching your hips. Inhale, legs spread wide.
Before I really got into yoga, I had accumulated quite a bit of body trauma, being kind of like a young, dumb kid. And when I started going to class, I just knew it was like something I just needed to do, and I just felt better.
I just started going like every day. Sometimes I go twice a day, and I kind of felt a little bit awkward sometimes because I was like, man, they must think that I'm just like here all the time. But I just really enjoyed it. Like, it was fun.
I just started to notice just the way I was doing things was so different. The way I was bending over, the way I was lifting things or picking things up. It was just kind of intuitively happening. The poses kind of had trained that into me. If you just bend your knees a little more, you do this way, it just feels so much better.
And so I eventually just quit my gym membership and started putting that towards yoga.
Okay, inhale your arms all the way above your head. You're gonna interlace your fingers, turn over your right leg and just lengthen down. But then take any grip you want. If you want to cross your left hand diagonally over and grab the outer edge of your foot, go ahead. If you want to take your wrist or really whatever feels nice.
Yeah, I think mountainers are awesome. You know, they're obviously truly probably the best people that I've ever had the opportunity to work for. I've been working for them now for probably around 4 years, and it goes beyond just like a boss, worker kind of relationship. We become like a family. They're my friends. I care about them, they care about me, and it feels good to work in that kind of environment. When you feel supported and you can kind of work with each other and build on each other's strengths and then pick up where the other one falls off.
Yeah, so Liz and I met in New York City. I went out to work for a friend of mine who was a business partner with the person Liz was working for. We became roommates eventually, and as we became roommates, we fell in love, and then we decided eventually that we wanted to start our own studio.
I wanted to run a small business, and Matt wanted to be able to work for himself. And so those two things kind of came together to make it a good idea for us to open a studio. He and I basically decided that we would drive across the country and just see if there were any towns that seemed like they needed a yoga studio.
We drove all around the United States. We'd camp and just do yoga every single day. Just use Google Maps and we just type in yoga studio wherever we were at in town around 4 o'clock and just try to take a class.
When we got back to Tacoma, we kind of thought back and thought, well, this is a pretty nice place.
What I love about Tacoma just doesn't have any pretense. People come into a yoga class and they're not gonna come in with a bunch of snobby attitude or I know better or anything like that. They're just there to take the class, and it's so genuine.
Nowadays, there are so many things happening all the time. You're on your phone. You're constantly expected to be doing something. And so when you actually have a moment of silence or a moment to kind of be still and do something as simple as listen to your breath, that's really profound.
Yeah, so I'm an infantry guy. I've spent about 48 months overseas. 3 times in Iraq, 1 time in Afghanistan. I've been diagnosed with PTSD. Sometimes my brain feels like it wants to jump out of my head, and the yoga kind of grounds that. And yeah, like I said, I don't see how I can live without it now. I really don't.
In today's society, things are so digital. People are connected more than ever, but they're not connected in a real personal, real life way. And so I think coming into a place like our place is you get to connect with people that are from different backgrounds, different places, people that you wouldn't interact with probably anywhere else in your normal life.
I think anytime you go through really challenging, difficult times of your life, you need a community and you need a place that you feel like you can go and be safe. And Expand Yoga provided that for me.
When they come into yoga or they think about coming to yoga, they think, oh, I'm gonna wait till I lose 10 pounds or 15 pounds or 50 pounds, or I'm gonna wait till I'm flexible. Basically, everybody thinks that they're not good enough. Like they think, oh, something's wrong with me.
Everyone's very hard on themselves at first. It's a slow process usually, but it's a steady one. If people just stay with it, they start to see these benefits. You start to learn this hey man, this is just me and I got what I need here. It's just how I'm using it.
It's intimidating for sure. You go into a room full of people that you don't know, and you have to move your body in weird ways, and someone you don't know is telling you something to do. But we're all here to kind of connect with other people, and yoga helps kind of break that ice.
You just have to be willing to try something. If you're willing to try something, you can do it. You may not be able to do it all, but everybody's friendly. Everybody's willing to help you out. Everybody's willing to show you something if you ask them.
I see yoga as a tool that's not supposed to take over your life in any way, but it's just supposed to support you in your life by giving you kind of space in your own head to notice what's actually happening.
I think the things that I've gained through yoga have actually honestly changed my life completely. I think I'm more able to deal with difficult situations when they arise, and I think it's made me more resilient overall as a person.
We find that just really sticking to the practice and really paying attention to what you're doing, like that is our biggest thing, is just learning to pay attention to what you're doing. The other sides of it, losing weight, getting stronger, feeling better, those are all kind of side effects. It's really interesting because we work together really well, and I know a lot of couples can't figure out how in the world you could work together so well, but we work together all the time, and it's great. I wouldn't really want it any other way.
Sure, we definitely run into things sometimes. He's way more relaxed about things in general, and I'm more uptight about things in general, so he tries to get me to relax a little bit, and I try to get him to be a little bit more, let's do it, when are we gonna do it?
What we get to do for a business is actually help people and make them feel better. It's just great hearing about how things have changed in their lives, things have gotten better. It's really cool to be a part of that.
I never really feel like I'm getting up and going to work. I like leaving the house to go to the studio. I look forward to it. I love teaching classes. It is so much fun to get to teach yoga. I feel really lucky to get to work with people that I love and care about and do something that really adds so much to people's lives.
We're just constantly trying to make things a little bit better. We're constantly kind of work on our own selves and our own teaching styles, bringing a higher level of a yoga class to people, and bringing the whole package. Expand Yoga, the 21st century love story in Tacoma, Washington. Yeah, we're gonna levitate off into the sunset.
Well, I'm definitely not levitating off anywhere. I'm at home or at the studio, right, working on it, just, trying to keep it being as best it can be.